All right, here we go. Question number 6 from our 0314 homework number 7 in MyLab Math. And the instructions say use the quadratic formula to find exact solutions. So if I'm going to use the quadratic formula, my quadratic equation needs to be in standard form. And that means I need to set it equal to 0. So the first step, we're going to bring the negative 5 over. And that's going to give us 2x squared plus 2x. That'll become plus 5 equal to 0. And now we can see the value of A is 2. The value of B is also 2. And C is positive 5. And then we need the quadratic formula. Okay, so if you didn't watch the previous video, I'm going to go ahead and give you the quadratic formula again in song. Here we go. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Bam! You're going to need to know that, okay? So write it down, learn the song, get a tattoo, whatever it takes to learn the quadratic formula. And now that we have the formula, we're going to do a little plug and play. Plugging in for A, B, and C. We're going to have x equals negative b, which is going to make that negative 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared. That's going to be 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. And that's how you plug and play. Next step, I need you to calculate the radicand. And don't tell me you radicant. We've got the calculator. And so we're going to go to our calculation menu, and we're going to go 4 minus 4 times 2 times 5, all at one time, and we get negative 36. So at this point, we have x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 36 all over 4. And then if you notice what I noticed, we've got a negative radicand. So if you remember the lesson on complex numbers, we know that if you have a negative under a square root, the negative can come out, and that's where I comes from, okay? And that's not bad grammar. So the negative underneath comes out and turns into I, and then the square root of 36 is 6. So we're going to have negative 2 plus or minus 6i all over 4. And then we actually need to take this another step. Since the answers are complex, we need to write those answers in standard form. So we're going to have negative 2 over 4 plus or minus 6 over 4i. Do you see standard form means that you have an a plus or minus bi? And then we need to reduce those fractions to lowest terms. So negative 2/4, that's negative half. And 6/4 will reduce to 3/2. And then this is where I'm going to stop, because that should be the answers reduced to lowest terms and in standard form. Now then, let's grab the Casio Class Whiz and have the calculator solve it for us. So we're going to go to the equation/function option. We're going to select polynomial, and remember that every quadratic has a degree of 2. And then we're going to fill in the values for A, B, and C. That was 2, 2, and 5. And look at that. Now, if you notice, the calculator is not splitting that up into separate fractions, but you could say negative 1 over 2, which is negative half, plus 3 over 2i. That's the plus answer. If you hit equals again, it's going to give us the minus answer. So we're going to input these answers into MyLab Math the way that I have them written over here, okay? So as a fraction, let's start with the negative first. Negative fraction 1 over 2 plus, or, oh, it has a plus or minus. You want to gamble? Yeah, let's gamble and see if it takes it like that. Plus or minus fraction 3 over 2, and the I goes at the back. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, it liked it. Okay. Man, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.